Let's see how the sets will go, how the match will go. It is game 1, set 1, basically. And basically saying shoutouts to Sival for being the only one to take a game of MJ so far.
Well,
Yeah. There's just so much you can do against the opponent of MJ's strength. Oh, someone muted here, huh? Funny. Always funny when people mute and don't... Okay. Anyways.
Jay is so strong, really consistent tournament and speedy. And this is what he needs against somebody like Toni, the current European champion. First final for MJ, let's see it. So, Smash by start. Here we go. Nice roof burn by Toni to start off.
MJ and Set going for the tuck. Both to take about the same amount of time, basically. 1.5 seconds or so.
Okay, here's a triple for Toni and a triple for MJ. Does he take the single?
In MJ's position, you should, just to open up the garbage well. You're not too sure about what your opponent is doing, so being able to react in case there is a lot of garbage sent is important. In NES settings, you don't really have to worry about that kind of stuff, but here, your opponent matters a ton.
Nice double from MJ into something else, and that was for Toni.
Yep, that was for Toni. 17, 18 lines. MJ is open for the next Tetris here as well. Toni misplaces that J piece, so there's going to be a bit of burning to do on Toni's side. This could be the single mistake that does the game for Toni, because getting out of the situation is really tough. The board is effectively 14 high and Toni is near the top, but MJ also has, you know, not the best S piece there, so there's also not a clean stick on MJ's side. Toni's close to opening up 8 and 8 lines.
Toni with the lucky LL?
Yeah,
or
LJ
JJ,
dependency.
I don't know.
LJ dependency on Toni's side now solved. 5 lines to go against 4 lines to go.
Nice.
2 lines to go on Toni's side. 2 lines do it, and that's it.
Wow! Wow, that was really... It looked like Toni was behind in attack health.
Yeah.
But he managed to keep up with the line.
He played the game.
Turns.
He looked at the lines and he was like, okay, don't need to have perfect stack health. I just need to go to, you know, the last 2 lines.
Nice talk by MJ there.
So it was more like when a Death player in NES plays at like 28 lines at level 28. Doesn't matter, you just want that final bit. Everything else irrelevant. So let's see how game number 2 will go. So far it's once again neck and neck in the opening.
So in this matchup, this final could take a little bit more heat of the line.
I'm always looking at the line cap.
Yeah. Well, I guess I need to look more at the line because they're so quick, you know, there's almost no top outs.
I mean, a single game only goes like 2 minutes. And in the 2 minutes they play with the 30 lines. And there's a lot of back and forth. So now you can see Toni at 15 lines here, so for both. But we have 2 long bars, and in the P sequence, Toni is ahead by just a bit.
Oh, no,
doesn't know to place the S piece, but 3 lines remaining, so doesn't matter too much. Oh, that also does not matter
3 lines, and that's it. Oh my goodness.
So yeah, the line counter does put a completely different feel to it, because in NES settings you'd be like, oh no, Toni is now losing, and game was like, oh, he has only 2 lines, can he get the bar? It's like just a huge difference.
He is so high up, he is quicker.
Yeah. I mean, it's also strategy, because if you and your opponent are at 3 lines, it's just a matter of time who will win.
So 2 games for Toni, 0 for MJ. MJ needs to find a way. What's that a misdrop of Toni?
It's always a bit of an interesting aspect. Is it a mistake? I don't know. Happy to also saying the triple wells is a bit unfortunate when you can't take a triple. Yes. Triple wells are really unfortunate. Toni going for the Tetris, you know, high Tetris.
Double from MJ.
The issue on Toni's side is the garbage is coming in, as you can see now. And Toni does take a bit, so you can also see him hesitating about where to put the T, which puts him behind in the lines, 18 to 20 lines.
Good triple by MJ. We're gonna push Toni much higher.
Yep, and Toni close to opening up, but he's not quite there. And I believe that's going to be it for Toni. He can't really do much. Unless he gets the bar. He does get the bar.
Yes.
Gets the bar. Oh, and he actually gets the bar
He
in
needs
time.
more long bars.
Yeah. Okay, 13 to 8 lines. Toni is at in terms of lines. MJ is in a dangerous position.
8 to 13 lines.
And MJ looks like topping out here, and that's it.
Wow.
I was so focused on Toni because he was so high that I didn't fully see what happened on MJ's side.
In a certain way, it shifted like 180.
It's basically Toni got like 2 Tetrises, and MJ was at the bottom and just got catapulted high.
Yeah.
So as I said, the maximum height you can have in Game Boy is 17, which means if you get 2 Tetrises to your side, that's halfway off the board. And that just shows how important it is in Game Boy to not be too high, because you never know what happens, and your opponent sends a Tetris, 4 lines added to you.
So Toni spinning the MJ spinner.
Yeah.
But
double T-spin actually.
Toni is at a game point for this one, but that will be the first part.
The first set, yes.
First set. So after this, there's gonna be more Tetris to be played.
We will at minimum have 5 more games. You have to also pointing out that MJ screen looks over to Toni. Yes, it's a bit delayed, but basically all top level players, when they send the first garbage line, so the first double, or triple, or Tetris to the opponent, they normally immediately look to the side and try to figure out where the garbage well is. Nice spin there by Toni. Knowing where the garbage is key to being able to win the game. And you can also see players in single player normally going for the left well, here in multiplayer for the right well. And the way here now perfect for MJ and cut him 6.
Into another single.
Toni now opening up for the well, actually Tetris in his case. Just waiting for the bar. MJ's ahead currently in the lines. We have now 23-21 after a bit of dealing here on Toni's side.
Locking.
Yeah. Here's the Tetris for MJ, here's the Tetris for Toni. Again, the screen locking on Toni's side probably happened like 10-15 seconds earlier, don't forget that.
Yeah.
Toni is really far ahead here currently. Basically a Tetris lead here for Toni.
Yeah, I guess so. Another 3 lines, so 10 lines for Toni and 14 for MJ.
And MJ not in a way where he can access the well. Close 30 once again. Bit of garbage here on Toni's side and close 10-9, so it's much closer now. MJ actually also getting the bar, and we can now see the garbage on Toni's side stacking up. MJ 7, Toni 7. MJ in a bit of a cleaner situation compared to Toni. Both players are at 5 lines left. 4 and 3 lines.
3,
2. Toni now at... Yeah, I believe just a single does it here now for MJ. He's waiting for... waiting for the single. But Toni gets the double. What?
Sick. My goodness.
Thanks for paying attention to Toni while I was looking at MJ.
Oh yeah. That was really, really close. But if MJ needed time to put the long bar into the well, it would have taken way too long.
Yeah, it would have.
Yeah. Sheesh. So, Toni will get the first set.
Yes.
1 heart. And he needs to win another set in order to take the championship.
Yes. So, we are now in a similar situation in the S-Tournament Grand Finals, where one player only needs to win 1 set and the other player needs to win 2 sets. So, this is gonna be mentally a bit of a challenge for MJ, because he needs to come back, basically. But that also means for Toni that, you know, if you relax at any second now, MJ is gonna basically smell that and strike back. He's gonna be like a cobra in that regards.
So in the wait, Rocco Ritchie out. Richard Wolf will take on the rest, remainder of the match.
And have to ask you, what is the format of the match? So you need to win 2 sets of the Game Boy versus mode. So basically, you need to win 2 sets of first to 4. And welcome over here to Richard. You have heard Richard earlier or during, once again, earlier during NES as well as earlier during Game Boy. And I will just tell a bit here with the microphone. And this should now be quite...
Just put it on the shares. I think it's
probably a bit nicer because it's better.
Alright. So yeah, hello. Yeah, so this has been the first match so far.
Yes, the first set between them.
The first
And it is, as you can see, 1-0 Toni.
First set.
Non, dommage que pas fait. Mais ça, on relance en amont. Hein. Genre, c'est pas notre.
Oui.
And of course, let's not forget to mention our amazing Matcherino. So, we had a huge contribution by Gunther just a few seconds ago of $100. So basically, adding 50% to the prize pool. Huge thanks to Gunther, who now has the right to name our CTWC France mascot. So if you want to overtake Gunther and being allowed to name the CTWC France mascot, click the link in YouTube and Twitch, which is the link to the Matcherino chat. Whoever has the highest contribution by the end of CTWC France is officially allowed to name our mascot as long as it's within the TOS limits.
That's fun. Alright, so the game has started here between Toni and MJ. Toni with some holes on the stack, so that's gonna allow MJ to have a more comfortable start. But again, the squares, the villain of the Game Boy Tetris, are back here, and they are constant control to MJ, allowing Toni to score a Tetris, so MJ constantly getting into trouble.
We're now 20 and 19 lines, neck and neck. Toni opening up again. Okay, Tetris to MJ, Tetris to Toni, so it stays at the same height. Tetris to MJ, Toni getting pushed a bit higher. Toni now down to one Tetris basically. So just 4 more lines for Toni to check the game. Here is, yes, 1-0 again for Toni.
That was very quick.
Toni is showing us why he is the CTEC Game Boy versus, so basically the Game Boy World Champion.
Yeah, they're like there's quite like different categories for the Game Boy World Championship.
Okay, Toni setting up for a single burn here. MJ needs to tuck something under, gonna cost a bit of time. Left side also an early tap off that L piece, and we have the garbage in column 2. Yeah, we can see MJ screen look for the garbage. Toni getting the Tetris. So as MJ also can access the garbage, it's not too bad for Toni. Or the other way around, it's not too bad for MJ that he can't access because neither can Toni. MJ able to go for Tetris. MJ sending the Tetris over, which means 18 lines MJ, 19 lines Toni, neck and neck here. Toni closing the well just before the bar falls down.
Oh, right here is Tetris ready. Same for MJ. MJ gets the Tetris. MJ gets the Tetris, and we got Toni waiting for a Lombard, gets a triple, and then the Tetris. So that's gonna put MJ in a very... Oh, yeah, it's gonna kill that game for him. Toni just being unstoppable right now.
Out of possible. But yeah, we have now the 2-0 here for Toni. This is
boost me. Oh, what is it?
Yeah, so game number 3 has just started.
Okay, let me see.
Just do the Zuma move.
Yeah, so let me have a... Oh.
Okay, so the first few lines have been played with Toni. Toni currently at 25 lines, MJ currently at 23 lines. Okay, the boards are clean and we don't see anything, Sivell. So, oh, a bit of misplacements here on MJ's left side. That's looking a bit strange. It's gonna be a bit tough here as well for MJ. Toni currently at 19 lines and a clean board. MJ pushing a Tetris back, but MJ having a bit of a line spin.
There from
Wow.
MJ.
I personally would have said going for the Tetris to get a bit lower is more important. As you can see now, this is a really tough situation here for MJ. Is able to print just a few lines here, but that's it. 3-0 Toni.
Toni is pretty much one game away from taking it.
Yeah, but that means next time is, I don't know how you say it in English. In German, it's like, if Toni wins the next game, it's like Spiel, Satz und Sieg, which is like game, set, and victory. I don't know if that's the same case in English as well.
A term, but I forgot what is it.
Game, set, and match.
Something like that. I don't know exactly, but there's a way in tennis at least.
A bit of middle for Toni. Not sure that was intended there.
Toni is going for this kinda weirdness in the beginning pretty often. We have the garbage in cut him 2. MJ having a bit of an early lead here, but also misdropping that S piece. Okay, looks like Toni not too sure what to do with the T piece, so he just tanks it.
Yeah, at this point looks like Toni is having to clean up.
But yeah, we have another contribution here by Frankie of $25 saying Game Boy Tetris Jäbers, as well as Christian Hang, also known as Eurokriska of $10.
Lots of Game Boy contribution here. Frank, thank you very much. Chris as well, Dankeschön.
Okay, 17-15 lines, so Toni ahead, but not having as clean of a stack. Ooh, small mistake here on MJ's side, setting a Tetris over to Toni. Toni quite high in the stack, but MJ can't fully complete the top out on Toni's side. Next Tetris to Toni. Toni in under 2 Tetrises to play.
Free dive for MJ.
MJ getting the Tetris, and that pushes Toni to the top.
That was an upset.
Yeah, and that means MJ could start the reverse sweep of this set. Ooh. Yeah, we have a few very intense games here. And I can hear chance for a potentially incoming reverse sweep here at MJ versus Toni.
Oh, yeah, MJ needs to keep this set alive, otherwise it's gonna be a win for Toni.
Yep, Toni is starting having the first 2 lines lead, and we can see the garbage here in cut him 10. So basically the best to play as quickly as you can. Tetris to MJ, Tetris to Toni, 24 and 24 lines. And one more Tetris here to MJ, Toni only being able to go for a double. Next Tetris now for Toni once again.
Ooh,
MJ at the top.
Needs something real quick, but he's not able to open the well. This might be it if he doesn't get the right pieces.
If Toni can get like a double and that pushes MJ out of the game, Toni gets the double and that pushes MJ really close to not being able to get anything over to the left anymore, but barely. Here's the triple on Toni, and that means Toni wins, takes game 4, set 2, and is our CTWC France 2026 Game Boy champion. Congratulations to Toni for maintaining the Game Boy win streak from CTEC, as well as congratulations to MJ for putting up an amazing fight here.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Yeah, I want my All right. Everybody tournament is done. We are done with both the tournaments Sunday evening. That's amazing. And first, what a weekend. First, I want to congratulate Frank, who came all the way from Scotland for this Come here, come here. You're the first place medal, man. Congratulations. Yeah. How did you like it, my friend?
That's been great so far.
Yes. Enjoyed the tournament?
I had a fantastic time. Honestly, I didn't expect any of this. So I'm really happy that we won.
Yeah, the final roll about getting first during the Kenmore tournament.
Well, on the road there, played the wonderful Adam Irish. That's amazing. And I walked out against Dan B. So thanks, Dan. And yeah, it was good to play top tier players in the world.
Yes, they played well. It was great to see you get to the small final. I really rooted for you to win the whole thing, but this MJ and Toni, they're just too fast.
They are
so quickly.
Lightning, beyond. So yeah. But thanks everyone for help. Yeah, and what's next? I got incredible. Yeah. Oh shit. So Frank, well, what are you gonna do next? Go to Euro next.
In second place, one of the fastest Game Boy player, with an amazing call of 145, MJ.
I feel like I did pretty well. Like I did, at least I didn't lose at the first round to Gunther. Yeah, so yeah, well, it was decent. Like I wanted to under 140, but it was I could settle for 145.
What is your PB?
135.
And what is the world record?
Oh, it's like 1 second faster, but Akato is rolling on keyboard, so
I mean, you're yes, you got console world record, and you're only a second away from the rolling world record, which is amazing. Just, I don't know how you got that fast.
I played too much. I'm checking the most of it for the last I'm sure of it.
Okay.
And like tens of hours.
Well, do you have any advice for people who wish to get better and getting fast on Game Boy?
Well, you need to start with the three and then step fast. Push down the line. Yeah, and also like you need to like be pushing like constantly. It's like constantly you need to be moving. Like if you're not pushing down, you're like doing something wrong.
Okay.
Kind of.
One final word about being second at this tournament.
No.
And finally, one of the organizers of this tournament who hasn't been defeated since he won the European Championship back in November, Toni. Toni, your winning streak continues. Like you haven't lost a game of this in like 6 months, more than that.
Yeah, I also haven't played that much.
Yeah.
I played a bit. Yeah, I figured out how to play this during Speed Tag last year. And it's really the most important thing is just take the double whenever you can. Whenever you can take a double or a triple and the well stays open, just take those burns. Because otherwise you're just gonna get pushed out. And if you're low all the time, this helps a lot. Yeah, before you know the well, just keep it flat and low.
Okay.
Flat and low.
Your next t-shirt.
Let's start that t-shirt. Yeah, thanks a lot to Tolstoy and everyone who helped. Bringing like 2 guys of equipment. They really well in the tournament. So he did. He just got a medal too.
Yeah, let's go to the story. Sorry, I didn't buy medals for the others of my finals, but still. Thank you, Tolstoy and Toni, for organizing this tournament. Thank you, Pascal, as well, for all the work you've done. This year, but who was in Paris last year and who's done an amazing job developing the OCR and the ROM hack and stuff. The Swiss boys, the Swiss team, organizing the best Game Boy tournaments in the world, which whether it's in Copenhagen, Germany, or France, it's always great.
Yeah, when I was trying to figure out how to do the third place match, because I didn't think about that, I didn't know how to put the names in, and then suddenly it was there, and it was Pascal from above.
Oh. Wow! Let's go, Pascal! Thanks, everyone. Yeah, thank you, Pascal, for doing this. And the whole GB Tetris community following us, like Europe, Biscay, Greg, Nelstris, Hepta, a lot of Game Boy people.
Next time, November, you know it.
Yes!
Welcome to Speed Tech.
Yeah, wasn't there another Game Boy tournament before that, or no? Anything planned in Germany?
So 2 weeks in Basel. There's Fantasy Basel, and we have a stand there with some other retro gaming people.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
that's one thing. But there's not going to be a big tournament because I think not a lot of people will show up. But we will have like a high score run there.
Oh,
Also
nice.
at Gamescom,
Yes.
late August in Köln, there's going to be a Game Boy tournament, which we haven't figured out yet what we're doing there. But it's going to be fun.
What day? Do you remember the day?
I think it's on Friday.
Gamescom is
the day of August.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, sounds good. And then obviously third weekend of November for CTEC and the big Game Boy tournament, which is pretty much like this one, pretty similar.
Yeah, very similar.
Yes. Thank you. One final word, Toni, about your first place and how you managed to both organize and play and win this tournament. That's amazing.
Without you. Yeah, it went really well. I don't know. Thanks a lot to everyone like who helped in the other tournament as well. Let's not forget about Nest. There was the second event.
I thanked everyone for the NES earlier, but
that's true. But I haven't.
Oh yeah, that's true. But yeah, congratulations on getting another Game Boy victory. You're the new Alex H.
Things like that. Let's make sure Mark and Alex come to this event because I think all the competition.
The last word from the main organizer.
Yes.
Thanks, man.
All right. Thank you, guys. I don't really know what to say. It's been amazing. I already thanked everyone after the NES tournament, but again, I want to thank the team that helped me organize this tournament: Sivel, Toni and Tolstoy for Game Boy, and Pascal, Zulu, Trucy, Purple, Jacob, and Richard Wolf, who's been coming to France for 3 years in a row from Colombia. That's Paul helped me pay the venue in Paris for 2 years in a row. I'm happy that he doesn't have to spend And of course, the people who helped during as referees or whatever. Rocco helped commentating Game Boy, and so many people helped installing consoles and stuff. Kanto, I already mentioned Trusty. So many helpers. Cabeza as well, installing his Switch setup. And it's nice to have such a great community that's always there to give me a hand at organizing these tournaments. I hope you guys liked it here in Montpellier. And, it's only 7:30 p.m., so I don't really know what we can do. We can chill a bit, try perhaps to go eat at a restaurant or whatever. Who's gonna leave right now? How many people are we? Oh yes, that's true.
That's why you only got, right?
No, but yeah. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking. That's what I was telling you in the end. And to say thank you, to you, the viewers, thank you for following this tournament. Last call, if some of you guys have a Matcherino account, you can redeem 3 coupons. It doesn't cost you anything. We still have 15 coupons left to redeem. So if you can help the players with that, it all goes to the players, obviously. And thanks for following this event. I'm glad we're doing this. It feels good, to finish an event like that. And I'm tired. Tired. I don't know what to say. I guess I'll see you guys in the next one, and hopefully we can do this again next year. And I don't know where Sivel is bringing me. Okay. So time to end the stream. Let's see who we can raid. Let's not end like that.
Indeed. Let's see who we can raid.
Sivel, you want to say one last word? Because you're basically the main guy with me organizing this tournament, my right-hand man. You've been helping me since 2023.
Yes.
You've even been helping NSTELA in 22 for the first French online tournament.
Yeah,
Do you want to say one last word?
So thank you again, because without you, clearly, I couldn't make it the first year. And then hoping that next year will be even better with more people, more players, and we don't know, maybe another city. We don't know. So yeah.
I hope it's gonna continue for a couple of years. Thank you, Steven.
Okay. And we're gonna go.
Let's rate someone.